Hi, my name's Diane, and today we're going to talk about when I was younger. So, when I was about 6 years old, I got this best friend ever. She was about the same age. She was a bit older than me, only less than a year older, and she was my best friend. We grew up together. We went separate ways for a few years, but we came back together, and now she lives not very far away from me, about an hour and a half from where we grew up. So, and it's been fantastic all those years. Being able to rely on someone was wonderful. So, let me tell you a story. So, when we were only about 7 or 8 years old, I remember going over to her place. She lived one house over, so there was a house in between and in her house. So it was only like a hop, skip, and a jump, and I was there, or she was at my place. So, and I used to go over to her place, or she used to go to my place, and across the road was the school. So the school was somewhere where we used to go. We used to cross the road and into the school. It was only, the school was built, when I was 6 or 5 years old. So I think they started building it when I was 5. And I think when I was 6, we ended up at the school. In Primer 1, Primer 2, Primer 3, there was only, I think there was 20 kids in those three years. And Standard 1, Standard 2, Standard 3, Standard 4 only had about 30 kids in it. So very, very small. So that's how the school started out. So, so a shout out to all my old friends from primary school. Primary school is where we grew up, and if you're from overseas, primary school starts when you're 5 years old and goes through to about when you're about 10 or 11. So, and it's where I grew up. So I remember specifically, we used to either would be at one house or the other, and our rule was going across to the school to make grass huts. Now, grass huts, if you understand, you can't build a hut out of grass. Well, not from where I come from. So, but what we used to do, we used to build a wall only about 5 centimeters tall, so only about that tall. And we used to have a front door, have a lounge, a kitchen, a family room if we wanted, a bedroom for me, and one for. So I used to build mine, and Jenny used to build hers. And I'd go and knock on her door, or she'd go and knock on my door and bring me a cupcake, which I didn't actually get a cupcake, but a pretend cupcake. And was what we used to do as children, and we used to love it. We used to spend hours making grass huts. So, and we used to love it. So, of course, we used to have to wait until the lawnmower man had been. So, at the school, the lawnmower man would come maybe every 2 weeks, and we would have to wait until the lawnmower man had been. And as soon as he'd been, we'd hear the lawnmower start and think, oh, cool. So we used to go to one place or the other. We had wait until the lawnmower man had been and gone. And as soon as he'd gone, we would over the fence to the school, and we used to make these grass huts. We used to make them on the front field where our parents could see from across the road, and we used to spend hours doing it. As adults, my good friend went overseas for a couple of years, so I ended up having children very young. One when I was 17 years old, and one was when I was 21, and it was fantastic. We used to make grass huts as children, but as adults, I bought my first house when I was 18 years old. I was determined. I used to have a paper round as I grew up, and I used to save all my money for my future planning of building a house or buying a house. So I had enough deposit when I was 18 years old and bought my first house. So it's amazing as you grow up, buying or making grass huts as children, how we intended in life to be successful. So my friend actually bought her first house when she came back from overseas. So and she's always had her house. And guess what? I still have a house. I've moved quite a few times, but I have found what I call my forever home, which is in Orewa in New Zealand, and only lives about 3 or 4 minutes away in the next suburb over. So wonderful. It's amazing how when we grew up, how we ended up going on different paths, but we still ended up we used to know each other, and she used to go on her path and I went on my path. But she's got 2 children, and I have 2 children, and we've both had challenges in our life, but it's fantastic to have a friend like that. So shout out to my friend. Know that I will always be here for you, and I know that you're always there for me. And I think it's great to know we've always got a friend to lean on. So if you ever have different things in life that you grew up doing that help you later on in life, put them in the comments. So it'd be fascinating to hear what different stories you've got, to tell me all the different ways as you grew up, you did something that in future life you ended up turning it into something fantastic. So subscribe to the channel and have a look at the other content. Thank you.